Hi you guys, happy Vlogmas day 21, which is crazy. But today is Sunday, and I mean, not the day that you're watching it. The day that you're watching this, it's a Monday, but for me it's Sunday. And currently, all my family are at church. I'm not at church. I'm still kind of uncomfortable going to church in person, so I stream my church services, but I was going to finish getting my breakfast. It's kind of late in the day. It was a slow start. But I'm about to get some coffee and grab my breakfast. But I had a Monday message that I wanted to share with you guys, which I'll be sharing about in a second. But I hope you guys have been enjoying this Vlogmas. I've had a lot of fun making these videos for you guys. Let's see. I've been watching Alicia Marie and Abigail's Cup of Tea. Those are my favorite Vlogmas YouTubers. I've also been watching Ashley Nicole, but those are my favorites. So yeah, I love this time of the year. It's such a creative time for YouTube and YouTubers, and it's such a fun time. But I currently have my earpods in because I've been catching up on some podcasts. You know, it's weird, like since starting a podcast, I feel like I haven't been listening to my usual podcasts as much. But I've been listening to The Happy Soul, which is by Cheyenne, what's her name? Oh, no, her name's not Cheyenne. Her name is Celeste Mann, or Celeste Ray Mann. That's her YouTube name. Anyways, she started a podcast. So I've just been listening to some of her episodes, and I really like them. She's one of my favorite faith-based YouTubers. This is a weird angle, but I just had to set the camera down. But if you guys can hear any sound, that is simply because the dishwasher is currently going. But I'm about to make myself some coffee. I have Cafe Bustelo. I think that's what this is called. Let me turn on some lights. So we got this new coffee machine. I've never used it. Alright, so on button. Oops. Oh, okay. Welcome to heating. Okay. Let me just say, if you guys can see from the intro, I don't know if you can really see the Keurig in the Vlogmas intro, but yeah, we now have a new Keurig. I'm curious how this will go. It's very advanced. It's very like fancy buttons and I don't know. I'm tired. Okay, while that's heating up, I'm gonna get my breakfast. I actually put some bread in the toaster. It's a raisin cinnamon. I'm gonna put some peanut butter on it. Alright, so putting this in here. Lower handle. Oh, I don't know what size this is. Maybe I'll just do 8 ounce just to see what that does. Alright, so this is definitely like a 10 ounce mug, or maybe 12. This might be 12 ounces, not 8. So that's good to know for future reference. So usually with my coffee, I add like a little bit of milk, but my dad taught me this like delicious recipe, and it's like a eggnog latte. It's so good. Alright, well, you know, I'm finishing the eggnog for today. We're gonna have to get some more. This Christmas in a cup. Let me just say that. Christmas in a cup. Oh. Hello? I'm hearing I'm hearing things. I thought someone said my name. No one said my name. I just realized my Christmas lights weren't plugged in. Say my name, say my name. No one is around you. Where the sun change. So I haven't done many Monday messages for a while, actually. So I haven't really been doing Monday messages lately. I've done a couple, which I'll link the playlist if you guys want to see it. But you know, I didn't want that series or those type of videos to be pressurized by anything. You know, the whole reason I started it was if God was putting something in my heart, or if I was learning something that when I would want to share it, I would share it through those videos. But lately, you know, I've been learning a lot this year, and I've kind of been using that time for me to grow and for me to learn. And once I was ready, I would be able to share it with you guys. And you know, sometimes I keep a prayer journal. There's actually a few that I have, but like I would start it then stop it. My friend gave me this journal from Hosanna Revival for my birthday, and it says dwell here. And I haven't been writing my prayers. I don't write my prayers in my prayer journal all the time. It's mostly when I have a lot of thoughts or a lot of prayers or things are just swirling around in my mind. And when that happens, it's kind of hard for me to verbalize how I'm feeling or something like that. So writing it down and just praying to God that way really helps. And the other day I was kind of reflecting about this whole year and reflecting about 2020 and reflecting about just everything that's happened this year. And I started writing in this journal in mid-October. And the other day I was reading back at all the different entries just to see, like, you know, just to see if there's been any growth, or just to see what I was going through or thinking. And you know, looking back, you know, it's beautiful to see that there's been so much growth in just a short amount of time, which is just so beautiful. You know, when you fully put your faith in God, you know, you grow so much, not only just as an individual, but you grow so much in your faith and in your relationship with God. And I've been writing that down, and it's been beautiful to see. I wanted to read you guys an entry that I had of this year. And it's about something that happened pretty recent, earlier this month. And I didn't know how to convey how I was feeling to others, and I didn't know how to convey my thoughts out loud to God. So I wrote it down, and I wrote, my mind is still replaying yesterday's events. I am in so much awe of you, God, and the doors that were opened. This year has been a roller coaster. There have been some great moments, but there have been moments of heartache. I never expected for this year to be incredibly life-changing. I prayed going into this year that I would grow closer to you and that you would use me in ways I didn't think were possible. Lord, I know that is a powerful prayer to pray. I remember that there was a Christian artist who had said, when you pray that prayer, get ready. Opening your heart to God and saying that prayer and fully surrendering and having Him take full control, you're going to have to buckle up and get ready. Lord, my love for you has been set on fire. You have done so much for me, and I'm incredibly thankful. It took a pandemic, distancing myself from people, meeting other Christians on an app called TikTok, and joining a weekly Zoom Bible study for me to realize who I am in you, who I am as a child of God. Lord, I prayed that you would take over my platforms and use it for your glory, for you to use me. Because I realize that these platforms are a gift from you. I never would have dreamed of starting my podcast this year and even having my podcast be what it is. At the beginning of the year, I thought I would be working on a different podcast for someone else. However, you blessed me and opened the door for Blooming Roses. I never imagined I would be able to talk to the people I've talked to. I mean, to interview people I've looked up to. I heard something. You know when you're home alone and then you just hear every sound of the house? That's been me this morning. Anyways, continuing on. I mean, to interview the people I've looked up to. Wow, God. People have said I deserve all of this and I need to give myself credit for where I've gotten. Yes, I've worked hard. So hard. But I know 100,000% I would not be where I am without you, God. All the glory goes to you, every ounce of it. As that song says, and if they all forget my name, well, that's fine with me. I'm living for the world to see nobody but Jesus. I'm just nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who saved my soul. I praise you for who you are and all that you have done for me. I will continue to pray all these prayers, and I will continue to pray and entrust you with my future. For you are the one who knows the desires of my heart. You know what my dreams and ambitions are. But you have a plan for my life that is bigger than I could have ever imagined. Thank you, Lord. So I wrote that earlier this month, or towards the end of, so I wrote that earlier this month, and it was just, and what's crazy is just like 2 days before that, I was really anxious, and my prayer was just asking God to steady my heart and that I would just trust him. And I'm the type of person where my brain just goes way down the road, and sometimes it's hard for me to just stay in the moment and stay present. And when I'm thinking about the future, sometimes like it really stresses me out, and then I get anxious and I'm like, oh my gosh, Lord, what am I doing in my life? Like, what is even happening? I'm 23 and I don't even know what I'm doing. And you know, I get stressed from that, and there are moments I've really been learning to trust God with this year. And just whenever I get those anxious thoughts, to just pray to God to steady my heart and to steady my mind, and that I would just trust him with whatever he has planned. And it's just, I mean, it's just crazy that I was anxious, and then 2 days later I'm like, wow, Lord, like, look what you've done. Like, God just opened doors for me, and just like, I was like, how do you snap? I mean, God just opened doors like that. And it's just been crazy to just look back and just see how much I've grown in my faith, but just see all that God has done for me this year. And it's just, you know, people said, you know, like, when you fully trust God and let him take full control, you're going to look back and be like, wow, God, like, what in the world are you doing? Like, this is insane. Like, thank you. And, you know, I never would have imagined, you know, having, back in 2015 when I was planning my channel, I never imagined for it to be like this. And, you know, having a small dream of starting a YouTube, or having a dream of starting a podcast and having it be what it is. And like I said, interview the people I've been able to interview. It's just, it's been mind-blowing. You know, I'm so thankful for the people I've been able to talk to. And, you know, it still blows me away that I had the blessing to talk to Justin Baldoni. I mean, I seriously look up to him, guys. And he just brought me so much encouragement in that interview. And it blows me away, you know. And, you know, God just opened up doors, and it's just crazy, you know. And I'm not saying all this as like, you know, this year has been great, and, you know, God's been opening doors, and this year has been so easy, you know. No, you know, 2020 has been a year, you know, but I've had my moments of heartache this year. I lost someone who I love dearly from COVID, and, you know, it's just, it's hard. And I have to continue to trust God and remind myself that His plan is good, and you know, everything that happens is for His glory. You know, I was talking to my friend the other day that, you know, this year's been crazy and you know, there's a lot of things that we as humans want to fix. Like, we want to see everything resolved so we can live in a peaceful world. But the thing is, and I realized this when I was talking to my friend, we can never fix the world. The world will always be broken. We live in a sinful and fallen world. It was never destined for us to fix the world. Like, all the problems that exist, it will never go away. Those problems will continue to be there. Yeah, there may be small like fixes here and there, but overall, these problems will still continue to exist forever, because we live in a sinful, fallen world. And as Christians, we are here. Our purpose here on earth is to point others to God, whether that's through how we speak, our actions, how we love others, or just anything like that. And you know, the place that our hearts are desiring and the peaceful world that we are desiring is the new coming of the world, heaven and the New Jerusalem. That's what it is, right? New Jerusalem. I think so. When God comes back to earth, when Jesus comes back to earth, you know, that is the peace that we are looking for. And until then, we are going to be living in a sinful and fallen world. And you know, 2020 has been that year to kind of give us an example of that. And things may get better here and there, but things are not going to get better entirely. And you know, that's just how it is. But you know, as long as we put our faith into God, you know, He hears the cries of His children, and He knows how hard a lot of this is for us. And He hears our cries, and He is there for us, and He does not forget us. And I think that's so beautiful. So, I mean, I guess the reason why I haven't been doing a lot of Monday messages, because, I mean, I've been going through my own stuff, but also, like, God's been teaching me so much and growing my faith and growing my relationship with Him over these past few months. So, yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. But I just want to leave this as encouragement for you guys. You know, God hears you. I mean, at the end of the day, God hears you. And He sees your heart. And He loves you. And you're not forgotten. And you may be in a situation where you're just like really upset about everything. And I get it. And God hears you. But bring those prayers to God, because He wants to hear you. He wants to embrace you. He wants you to come to Him. But I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 22. Oh my gosh, guys, we're almost over. It's crazy. Alright, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.